Creating a profile. Once logged in the platform, you might create your own profile. In the menu bar, hover with your mouse over content, and when a drop-down menu opens, click Profile, First Item. The profile page is shown, where first name and last name fields are already filled in, according to the information you gave during registration. You might enter a display name, if you don't want the platform to address you as your full name. This can be how you're recognized as. You can also add a brief personal introduction. Then switch to the Contact Information tab, where you can add other email addresses, in addition to the one given during registration, which is your primary contact address. By placing the cursor in the corresponding edit field, you can enter information, such as your physical postal address, place of origin, phone number. In the Messaging tab, you can add your account names for the main messaging systems, as Skype or MSN, so that you can be easily found and contacted. Finally, the General tab allows you to enter your occupation or industry. Pay attention, before you leave the profile page, it is important that you press the Save Profile button, placed below the tab. If you don't, all the data entered will be lost. Once you press the Save Profile button, the About Me tab reloads, and a Profile Saved Successfully message is shown above the profile heading, over a light green background. Adding a profile picture. Once your profile is created, you might add a profile picture. In the menu bar, hover with your mouse over content, and when a drop-down menu opens, click Profile Pictures, Second Item. The Profile Pictures page is shown, where the standard avatar is already selected as default. To change it, you can press the Browse button, a pop-up window opens. Note: the window may be different depending on your computer's operating system. In this windows, you have to choose a picture of you stored in your computer's hard drive. Once found a picture you like, press Open button to confirm. Then, name the picture in the image title field, and press Upload button. Wait for the process to be completed, until a confirm message is shown over a light green background. To set the new image as default, click on the corresponding radio button in the default column, and then press the Set Default. Now you can see your image in the top right corner, next to your display name. Uploading a file. Through the platform, you can upload images, documents or other files, provided that each of them isn't bigger than 10 megabytes. In the menu bar, hover with your mouse over content, and when a drop-down menu opens, click Files, Third Item. The Files page is shown, where the Images folder is already created, since your personal picture just uploaded is stored in that folder. Before adding a file, you might create a new folder, where the file you upload will be stored. Place the cursor in the Create Folder edit field, and type in a name, then press the Create Folder button. A folder created message is shown, above the files heading over a light green background, and the newly created folder is added at the bottom of the folders list. By pressing the corresponding pencil icon, you can edit folders details, you can change the name, add a description and as many tags as you want, just separate them with a comma. You can also decide whether comments are allowed or not. Just tick the corresponding option to allow comments. Finally, press the Save Changes button. A Changes Saved message is shown over a light green background. Now you are ready to upload a file. Move into your folder by clicking on its name, then press the Browse button. A pop-up window opens, where you have to choose the file you'd like to upload, among those stored in your computer's hard drive. To confirm your choice, press the Open button. An uploading message is shown. Wait for the process to be completed, until a tick and a new message are shown. Now the file you uploaded is visible in the list. You can open it by clicking on its name. Pay attention though, the file will open in a new tab of your browser. To return to the platform, simply switch to the right tab. Creating a journal. Through the platform, you can also create and update your personal journal. In the menu bar, hover with your mouse over content, and when a drop-down menu opens, click Journal, 4th item. The journal page is shown, but with no entries. Before adding one, you might change journal's settings by pressing the Settings button. You can change the journal's name and add a description. For the description, a full text editor is available. Use it to add effects to your journal's description. Then add as many tags as you want in the corresponding edit field, just separate them with a comma. Finally, press the Save Settings button. The journal page reloads showing changes. To add a new entry, press the New Entry button, placed on the right of the heading. A title of the entry and some text are required. You will have to enter them. For the body of the entry, a full text editor is available. Use it to add effects. For instance, you might justify the paragraphs or make the text appear in italics. Then, add as many tags as you want in the corresponding edit field. Just separate them with a comma. You can also, if you want, attach a file to your entry. In this case, use the same process as for the file upload described before. By ticking the draft option, you decide to save the entry as a draft. In this case, the entry won't be published, and you can come back at a later time to modify it. Finally, you can decide whether comments are allowed or not. Just untick the corresponding option if you don't want to allow comments. Press the Save Entry button when you finish. The journal page reloads and a confirm message over a light green background is shown, along the just added entry. Remember, you can always edit it by clicking the pencil icon, or delete it by clicking the X button. You can also use the Unpublish button. In this case, the entry will be saved as a draft. Creating a resume. Through the platform, you are empowered to create and update your personal resume. In the menu bar, hover with your mouse over content, and when a drop-down menu opens, click Resume, 5th item. First of all, you might create a cover letter, a message for those users reviewing your resume. A full text editor is available. Use it to format text and add effects. When finished, press the Save button. A saved successfully message over a light green background is shown, along the just added letter. Now it is time to enter your personal information. By placing the cursor on the corresponding edit field, you can enter your date and place of birth, citizenship and other data. Remember to press the Save button before leaving the page. A confirm message is shown when the resume is saved correctly. Now switch to the Education and Employment tab, in order to continue the creation of your resume. In the Education History section, you can create a record of your academic qualifications. Just press the Add button and fill in the edit fields with the requested data. Note, start date and institution fields are mandatory. When finished, press the Save button. Now the record is shown in the Education History section. You can add as many records as you need to. Just press the Add button again and repeat the process. When finished, use the arrow icons to put the records in the order you desire. Remember, you can always edit a record by clicking the corresponding pencil icon, or delete it by clicking the X button. In the Employment History section, you can create a record of your work experience. Just press the Add button and fill in the edit fields with the requested data. Note: start date, employer and job title fields are mandatory. When finished, press the Save button. Now the record is shown in the Employment History section. Once again, you can add as many records as you need to. Just press the Add button again and repeat the process. To proceed, switch on the Achievements tab, where, if you want to, you can add any of the certifications, accreditations and awards you received, as well as books and publications you have written or contributed to, or your professional memberships. The process is the same, just press the corresponding Add button and fill in the edit fields with the requested data, and press the Save button when finished. Through the Goals tab you can enter personal goals, as well as academic goals and career goals. Press the corresponding Edit button, and use the full text editor to add content, then save it. Now move on to the Skills tab, where you can edit your personal skills, as well as your academic skills and work skills. Once again, press the corresponding Edit button, and use the full text editor to add content. Finally, through the Interests tab, you can list all of your personal and professional interests. This might include your hobbies, sporting activities, volunteer work, areas of research and expertise and more. Press the Edit button, and use the full text editor to add content, then save it. A message will always confirm that the content has been saved successfully. Adding a plan. Through the platform, you can create and update a plan. In the menu bar, hover with your mouse over content, and when a drop-down menu opens, click Plans, 6th item. To add a new plan, press the New Plan button, placed on the right of the heading. A title for the plan is required. You will have to enter it. Entering a description, instead, is suggested. When finished, press the Save Plan button. A confirm message is shown. Now you can add a task for the plan. Just press the Add Task button, placed on the right of the heading, and fill in the edit fields with the information requested. Note: title and completion date fields are mandatory. You can also add a description and tick the completed option when the task is over. Finally, press the Save Task button. A confirm message is shown and the new task is added to the list. You can add as many tasks as you need to. Just press the Add button again and repeat the process. Remember, you can always edit a task by clicking the corresponding pencil icon, or delete it by clicking the X button. Adding a note. If you want to, you can visualize the HTML notes created inside text box blocks on your pages. In the menu bar, hover with your mouse over content, and when a drop-down menu opens, click Notes, 7th item. If you didn't enter any note, an empty page is shown. Creating a Europass. Through the platform, you are empowered to create, import, or export your Europass. In the menu bar, hover with your mouse over content, and when a drop-down menu opens, click Europass, 8th item. The personal information page is shown. Note, all the information you entered in the previous steps are gathered into the Europass. For example, if you added a personal picture, you will find it next to the Europass logo. However, you can edit all the fields in order to correct data or to add new ones. If you switch to the Application tab, you can choose your desired employment among those listed in the page. Remember to press the Save button. In the Employment tab, as well as in the Education tab, you will find the information entered in the Resume page, if you entered any. If you switch to the Languages tab, you can add your mother tongue. Just press the corresponding Add button, then select the language among those available in the drop-down menu. You can also add a description. At the end, press the Save button. If you know other languages, you can press the corresponding Add button. In this case, you also have to enter your level of knowledge of the language in various activities. In the Skills tab, you can enter a series of other personal skills, such as the driving license, social competencies, organizational ones, technical and computer skills, artistic ones, and all the other things you can do. Remember to press the Save button when you finish. Finally, in the Annexes tab, you can enter additional information, such as your publications and annexes. Use the Export button, placed over the blue banner on the right, to start the export process. A new page opens, requiring you to select the document language, type, and format. Now you are ready to export your Europass. Press the Export button. Wait for the process to be completed. Until a pop-up window opens, you can choose to save the file on your computer's hard drive, or open it with a specific program.